Hey guys, what's going on? Just want to talk about the Pats game last night and how the team's looking. Obviously, the big names are gone. The wide receivers are gone. Welker's gone. Gronk's injured. Hernandez is killing people. So obviously, we're going to have issues at wide receiver. However, the thing with Tom Brady is, and I keep trying to tell people, people are like, oh, he has no wide receivers. It's like, well, who were his wide receivers in 2001 when he won a Super Bowl? Can you name them? No, you can't. Who were they in 03 and 04? He had Deion Branch. That's it. Is Deion Branch really anyone? Not really. I mean, he's okay, but, he's never had a stud receiver when he won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he got Moss, and look what him and Moss did. It was unbelievable. And then, obviously, he had Welker. Welker has always been, a solid option for him, but that's a replaceable option. Like, look at Julian Edelman. He had 13 catches last night. He has 20 on the year. Edelman's fine as a replacement for Welker. That's not an issue. The issue is he didn't even throw to a tight end yesterday. You went from having two of the two best tight ends in the league in Gronk and Hernandez to none. The good thing is with this team is they've won 2 games. Yeah, they haven't been pretty, but we're not looking for style points here. People are like, oh yeah, but they barely won. We also killed everyone in 07 and still lost the Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter how you win. We've got 2 wins under our belt. When a football season starts, no team is just good. Any NFL quarterback, any NFL team, any NFL head coach will tell you, no, you don't just show up and you're amazing week 1. Like, you've got to. It takes, the season. It takes time to get better in gel. Week 7 we may hit our stride. Once Gronk's back, Amendola got injured. I mean that sucks. But then again, when we got him, everyone's like, well, if Amendola can stay healthy, then he's going to be great. First quarter of the first game, injured, out 4 weeks, who knows how long. So I'm not even thinking about him as far as I'm concerned. He's done to me. But to be honest, I don't think there's any solid team right now. No, I take that back. San Francisco 49ers, right now, I actually think they'll win the Super Bowl. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I think they go 14-2, maybe 15-1. They are just a solid, all-around team. So, and then other than that, obviously Denver looks good, but Denver's always a great, with Peyton. Peyton's a great regular season quarterback, one of the best. He does struggle in the postseason. That's just fact. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1, and he's lost a lot of playoff games. So I'm not, saying they've got the AFC wrapped up. Seattle's a pretty solid team. They're great at home. I think they were 8-0 at home last year. On the road, they're not as good. So I would like to see a little more out of them on the road before. I don't have them going to the Super Bowl or anything like that. Green Bay is always solid, but I don't love their defense. Obviously, Rodgers and their offense is great. I'm glad to see Sean Payton back to help Breeze out in New Orleans. I think New Orleans is a lot better. They added Rob Ryan as a defensive coordinator, so they defense definitely needs to step up. And then Atlanta's good too. My preseason pick was Patriots versus Falcons in the Super Bowl, but right now I'm thinking it's got to be. I think it's going to be San Fran, and I'm still going Pats. Everyone wants to write the Patriots off, but like I said, right now, and I'm saying this from I'm a diehard Patriots fan, and when a general NFL fan says like, oh, the Pats have no wide receiver, and then I ask you to name who his wide receivers were in 2006, and you can't, then I don't really want to have the argument, because in 2006 he had no receivers. He had Rashae Caldwell and Doug Gabriel. Like, are you kidding me? So it's like. And they went to the AFC Championship game against Indy, and they were up at halftime. They're all but we're going to the Super Bowl. So it's not about who the receivers are. It's a team game. People are so focused on offense these days. Like, have you seen the Pats defense? They let up 10 points, 4 turnovers, 3 picks. Like, if they start doing that every game, the offense clicks a little bit, I think they'll be a lot better. But in the AFC, Pittsburgh looked awful. They lost at home against Tennessee. Ravens got smoked I do think they'll bounce back. But I think the Bengals are pretty good. Dalton and the Bengals, they're pretty good. I don't mind them. Houston is just they're soft to me. They've had a lot of opportunities in the last couple of years. Even last year they were a great team, and they just don't have the it factor. And I don't love Houston. So yeah, the Pats have a tough schedule coming up. After Tampa Bay next week, they've got to go on the road to Atlanta, then on the road to Cincinnati, and then home against New Orleans. So those 3 games against Atlanta, Bengals, and Saints, those are all playoff teams. They all made New Orleans didn't make the playoffs last year, but they could all make the playoffs this year. So you're getting 3 solid teams, 3 solid coaches. I think that, I think that's going to be the true test here. I think we'll beat Tampa Bay. We'll start off 3-0. Then you get 3 tough games. That's a true test. You want to take 2 out of 3. At Atlanta, that is a tough game. Straight up. Atlanta's unbelievable in their dome. Gronk should be back in a few weeks. He's a game changer. He's an absolute game changer. He's a nightmare for defenses. They've really got a plan for him. So getting Gronk back is going to be huge for Brady. Obviously, Brady has 2 young wide receivers that I think have a lot of talent. It's going to take a little time for him to work with them and get right. But I don't know. Just wanted to share my quick NFL thoughts. Maybe I'll do this again. Let me know if you guys want me to do this again. I can talk about other teams a little more. Obviously, I'm just going on about the Pats just because, like I said, they haven't looked great in the first 2 games. They're both divisional games, and divisional opponents should play each other tough. You see each other twice a year. So I'm not saying we should have killed Buffalo and we should have killed the Jets. No, those are tough games. I thought Geno Smith looks okay. Yeah, he threw 3 picks, but he looks confident back in the pocket, and he isn't just taking off and running. He's trying to play the quarterback position. So I'm giving the Jets a little more credit than people are. So anyways, that's just going to wrap it up. Some quick NFL thoughts. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.